Eric B's Daily Vlogs.
Again, thank you guys for watching. This is going to be a cool, fun show. We're going to keep this nice and simple. It's going to be a conversation type show. And thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. So as we always do on my podcast and my vlogs, and I know last time I did this, no one heard it because I had all these things turned off on my Rodecaster Pro. So today, you guys are going to hear it. And today, let's go get this started. Welcome everyone, it's the Daily Podcast and the Daily Vlog. I'm your host, Eric B. Couldn't find the appropriate shirt to wear for today. Usually I try to wear the shirt that fits or significant to what I'm talking about. And you know, with me interviewing a Jermey Passion, it's like, all right, let's go ahead and wear another influential singer on my chest. Let's go wear some Prince and the Revolution. So I told Jeremy to come on at 6 o'clock. It is 8 minutes before 6. So if you guys have questions you guys want to ask while he's not on yet, go for it. Throw the questions out there. Let me know if you guys have questions you want to ask, or if there's questions you want me to ask him. And again, the questions are all going to be simple questions. You know, it's all going to relate around music. That's all it's going to be. We're not going to talk about, you know, family. We're not going to do anything like that. This is not Fast and the Furious, so we're not going to say family 1,000 times. We're not going to go, you know, this is all about family. You know, Toretto and his family. We're not going to do that. We're going to talk about music, what got Jermey Passion into music, why he loves music. And if you guys haven't listened to his stuff, before he gets on, I'm going to play a song that I've been playing all day. And I told him I was going to play when he gets on. But this song is called Beautiful Life, featuring a singer by the name of Sky.
At last, God, we found some time to be together. Just you and me.
Listen to his voice.
Caught up in life, keeping up with the Joneses, while you're my priority.
Man,
take my hand, we can slow dance.
I want you guys to do me a favor. You guys who are watching, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know who he reminds you of. I'm going to tell you guys who I said he reminded me of. And it kind of showed my age when I told him, hey, this is who you remind me of. He kind of did the whole, who's that? So it made me feel old. It definitely made me feel old. So who do you guys think, the way he sings, who does it remind you? He definitely has a voice that it's like, man, I can listen to this guy for days. And this past week, I've been listening to a lot of his stuff. And if you guys are around me, if you're around me at work or you're in my car, you guys can relate, or you guys can know, or you guys know that I'm actually listening to this guy, listening to his music and just listening to his stuff. It's like, man, there's this other song that I wanted to play with him, but I have a lot of questions that I want to play with him, or I talk to him about later. But there's this song right here that he sings with Tori Kelly, and we're going to talk about Tori Kelly later on. And they do a Brandy and Wanya Morris remake, and it's called Broken Hearted. And I'm going to tell you right now, this version is way better. No offense, Wanya, no offense, you know, Brandy, no offense. But this one right here, just the rendition.
While I'm lonely, broken hearted, it's
just listen to his voice, man. Her voice is cool too. Tori Kelly, your voice is awesome too. But just, you know, this is about Jermey Passion.
But I'm wise enough to know that you don't fall in love overnight.
Jesus.
That's why I thought if I took my time,
Man.
everything
Man.
would
I'm gonna wait for him to get on right here.
So as soon as I close my eyes, I was saying to love goodbye.
Listen to him.
But I guess I'm only broken hearted. Life's not over.
Wow.
I can start again while I'm
All right. There's this one part
broken
where he sings the Wanye version, and he just does it way better.
to get over.
Here it comes right here.
No more empty conversation.
Oh, man.
Next time I will be totally sure. Oh, don't want the pain of falling in.
All right. That's enough of Jermey Passion. We're going to come back to him in a minute. But the song that made him famous, the song that everyone knows, the song that everyone loves, that made him YouTube famous, right here, right now. And he's already in the waiting room as we speak. And if you guys don't know this song,
She's my sunshine,
then you guys are
in
not
the rain.
living
My
in the
time to
now.
know when I'm in pain, yeah.
We're bringing it in.
Let me tell you what she
Mr.
means to
Jermey
me.
Passion is live with us. Man, this song, man, right here, man. Let me go ahead and turn this down. Let's go give Jermey Passion a proper intro. Jermey Passion, thank you for coming on the show, buddy.
Yo, thanks for having me, Eric. How's it going, man?
Doing well. Here's a quick round of applause for you right here.
Thank you. Love the sound effects.
I was teasing everybody before we got on, man. I was playing a couple songs for them. The one that you did with Tori Kelly, the Broken Hearted song.
Yep.
You sang that song so effortless, man. I mean, the way you sang Wanye Morris's part, man, it was just like, wow, you know. Wow.
Thank you.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. As I always do, I try to get the guests that I have to introduce themselves and you know, what you do and how you do things.
For sure. Okay. My name is Jermey Monongdo, also known as Jermey Passion. Born and raised here in San Francisco, California. Currently living in San Bruno, but just been loving music pretty much since I was a kid, and I'm still doing it now as an adult. So
yes,
that's all I can say.
JermeyPassion.com. I just went on his website. Go ahead and jump on that website. There's a lot of cool things. There's tour dates. And one question I want to ask you, and there's a couple questions that we're going to run down as well. You did a lot of tours before COVID. How did COVID affect you and music?
Well, COVID affected my music, my traveling actually pretty drastically. I mean, it pretty much non-existent. I had a whole international tour thing that I was planning already in Southeast Asia. Wow. I was planning on going to New Zealand and Australia, and just everything pretty much just got canceled the whole year. So it affected it greatly, actually.
Wow. And now that, you know, supposedly the whole world, the whole state is supposed to be vaccinated, are we going back and are we going to see you on tour? Are we going to see you, you know, taking that step forward?
Yeah, you know, of course, the shows will be adjusted in some kind of way to kind of fit the criteria or the rules of what it means to be in a room with people. But I think slowly but surely things are coming back. I already have like shows pretty much lining up the half in July and in October, and some private events and whatnot. So it looks like things are going to start looking up, I think, for entertainment again.
Nice. I cannot wait to see you on stage, whether it's locally or whether, you know, watching you on Instagram. And, you know, go ahead and start off with the questions, man. What got you into music?
Oh, man. So pretty much, I mean, two things. Growing up, being Filipino
Yes.
in general, you know how it is, man. You're just surrounded by it, whether that's your uncle singing or your auntie or your mom or your dad. So just being Filipino in general, and then also growing up in church,
Yeah.
Just being exposed to hearing people play and people sing at a young age. It really affected me. My uncle, he's a piano player, he's a singer, and I used to watch this dude play the piano like nobody's business. This dude was just going all up and down the 88 keys. Wow. And I wanted to learn that. So I think I was 4 or 5. I was like this little kid, and my mom had this little Casio keyboard, and my dad got it for her, and it had like those really corny, cheesy like sounds and the like songs and whatnot.
The rim drops and all that stuff.
yeah, all the little stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, I started to teach myself how to like play songs, like nursery rhymes, and then it became Disney, and then it was classical music, and then I've just always been in love with music. I chose music, playing by myself at home, than going out playing football with my brother or something like that. So music's always been part of my life. Yeah.
Do you play by ear?
I play by ear.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of one of the hardest things to do, is to, sit here, listen to something, and then just being able to pick up an instrument and just play it. Do you play all instruments by ear? Like, I know you play the guitar, I know you play, the piano. Do you play all that by ear as well?
Yeah. So I don't know how to read sheet music. Okay. Through time, I started to understand what an A was, and a B, and a B flat, and a B sharp. As through time, you just kind of learn those types of things. But if you put a sheet, like a piece of sheet music in front of me, it might as well be another language for me. So I definitely use my ears to figure it out. I mean, the best way I can explain it is if you hear this song, right, and it's really catchy. Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars or something like that, and Anderson .Paak. The way that your brain hears it, and then all of a sudden how it sounds like already, and then you start singing along with it, is the same way I translate it on keys or guitar. So in that kind of same memory bank of your head, when you familiarize yourself with something, is how I start to learn how to play songs. I just hear it, and I know how to play it already when I hear it.
Wow, so. I mean, it right there. I mean, for people who read sheet music and puts it down on piano, I mean, that's talent. But for actually to hear something and then just pick up whatever's around you and just start playing it or strumming it, man, that's talent right there. And yeah, you mentioned being Filipino. That's what we did growing up. We had parties, and every Filipino who grew up in Daly City or San Francisco all knew or all had a piano, and after dinner, you guys were singing there. And like you said, you were probably one of the kids who, while everyone else wanted to play video games and all this stuff, you were like, I think I'm gonna sit here and sing with the uncles and go from there. And man,
absolutely,
that's a cool thing. And Bay Area, San Francisco, it's hard to find. I mean, there is a few people that, I touched on in the past that is San Francisco raised, Bay Area born, that's into music. But for you to actually get, to where you're at and being a YouTube sensation, I was reading your website just today, and for you to get all the views just to put your stuff on YouTube, how difficult was it for you? I mean, usually people will have managers and they'll try to plug them and say, hey, this is my guy, try to get radio stations. But you did it the way a lot of younger people are doing it, by putting yourself out on YouTube, putting your own music. How was that for you when you said, okay, this is how I'm going to do it?
Okay, so I think before the internet, when my idea and thought of kind of doing this whole music thing, it was kind of like the only example that I had as a Filipino American was seeing the locals in the Bay Area. Like DNH was one of my inspirations growing up, as being a Filipino American, or Kai or something like that, or Verse or something like that. Whenever I would hear these guys, I saw that they were part of these independent labels. So I thought to myself, oh, maybe that's like the route that I was supposed to go. But then when the internet came out, and then all of a sudden people started sharing things like organically, I didn't even ask anybody to do anything. I started getting messages from people in other states and in other countries. And then I thought to myself, this is all happening without me. Even I don't have a manager, I don't have a label. And I thought to myself, maybe this is the way to go. Let's just give this a try. Let's see what happens. And then YouTube came out. Yeah. And then I started doing videos, and then just views started coming up. And then I started realizing that, man, if people like music, they're gonna share it. You don't have to ask them to do nothing. They'll do it if they like it. You know what I mean? So I started and then here I am.
Yeah.
You know, it's 20 years, 20 years later. You know, it's still the same way. It's managed. I'm self-managed. I've been self-managed since I started, and people just, if people like it, they share it. And I think that's always been my mindset about it. I don't want to push anything on anybody.
Yeah.
If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And that's always been my little motto musically. So
37 million views on your channel alone, just for the songs that you sang, from, you know, covers to your original.
Yeah.
How difficult is it for you right now to walk around, and you walk around either by yourself or with people, you know, and they're like, dude, you're Jermey Passion. And, you know, how difficult is that for you? Is the fame kind of hard right now?
Oh man, it's never like crazy, you know, like you see it like on TV or like the movies and the paparazzi. Like, I don't live that kind of lifestyle, right? So I'm a really chill dude. You know, I don't live in LA. I don't kind of do like the whole Hollywood kind of thing. So to me, I always feel like the people that I've met on the road, at the mall, on the street, different states, different countries, they're always like cool. They're chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me, I'm like a super chill dude, right?
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like I've created an environment around my music where people they'll know the songs, but like, it's not like I put myself out there to be like this like superstar, you know. I'm just a chill dude. And then I think at the end of any interaction or conversation that I've had with people, they just realize I'm just a regular dude. And to me, that makes me happy, because then I feel like I don't have to keep pretending or have to keep staying within a persona that they think I'm supposed to be like. And then I feel like I'm relieved of that pressure, and I can just kind of be myself, right? So it never gets too crazy. I mean, there's sometimes I'll be eating with the family, and then in the window people are trying to take pictures or something, which gets a little weird at times. But yeah, no, man, it's cool, man. Like, a lot of my supporters are really awesome. So,
and that's a good thing, man. It's hard to be who you are, do what you love to do, but still also kind of like give time for the ones that'll be like, hey, you know, Jermey, can I get a selfie? But at the same time, you want to, like, you know, I'm with my family right now, you know, and some people knows that. Some people will come up to you when they know that, hey, this guy's with his family. Let me just kind of like chill and not go up to him. But you still got some of those people who are like, hey, you know, big fan of yours, and you're like, hey, I'm, you know, trying to hang out with my family. But it's you, the person, the humble person that you are, the person that you're like, okay, let me say hi to you, let me just acknowledge you, because, you know, there's a lot of people out here who are either big musicians, big actors, big types of, you know, somebody that they won't even give that hello or hi, how are you, or even the little thank you for supporting me kind of thing. And for you to do that, man, and you know, I've heard stuff that like, hey, you know, he's a really cool guy. You'll see him like, you know, Ceremony or Tanfran or wherever he is. You say up what's up to him, he'll actually say what's up to you. And that's a cool thing. That's why I was like, you know what, let me reach out to him, because his music is the kind of music that I like to listen to. I grew up listening to R&B. I grew up listening to, I'm a big New Edition fan. And yesterday when I spoke to you, and everyone who's watching right now, this is how old I am compared to how old Jermey is. I said, Jermey, man, your voice, man, you kind of have that I'll Be Sure vibe. And you said, who's I'll Be Sure? I was like, what? You don't know who I'll Be Sure is? That's how old I am. But when you sing and you have that voice, I'm going to go a little new school and say you're Jermey Passion. That's who you are. But you kind of remind me of like a Music Soul Child, you know, a Craig David. You have that effortless voice when you sing. You know, it's just like, wow. And you bring a lot of old school back to, you know, us who loves that kind of music. And the music you sing is just like, keep singing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. Don't follow the trend or whatever the trend is. Keep singing the music you love to sing. And man, trust me, you are an awesome singer. And it's just like, I can't wait to watch you on stage whenever, you know, that happens again.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. You know, I was always, you know, I think in the now it being at 2021 and everything, I'm always thinking to myself, you know, there's always something new coming out on the internet, like whether that's like a streaming platform or like a new social media site or something like that. And there's like half of me always kind of feels like, man, how do I continue to stay relevant to like a new generation? But then the biggest part of me always kind of realizes like, wait a second, I've been doing this for like a while now. And the people that are still listening to me or are listening to me now are like, it's the same motto, right? People, if you like it, you'll share it. And I feel like I have less to prove, even though I feel like I'm supposed to, like get on these sites and I'm supposed to like sing these new songs or whatever. But I keep thinking to myself, like, you know, it's all good, you know, because I feel like sometimes there's like a pressure, like you have to like do the new thing. You have to do what everybody's doing right now. But I feel like I've established my brand like the past, you know, 15 years, and people kind of know that's the dude. He does music with a message, you know, he's on his acoustic guitar. He plays those R&B chords, you know, that were gone for a little bit, but they're coming back all of a sudden in R&B music and stuff. And so all of a sudden it's familiarized with people, and people go, oh, he has that dope like R&B sound or whatever. So, you know, to me, I just feel like I have nothing to prove anymore. Like I feel like I'm just doing me. And if you like what I do, then you like what I do, and I'm thankful for that.
Man,
right?
no,
So,
I can speak for myself and say that I love what you do, just because again, you remind me of the musicians, the groups that I grew up listening to. And you know, you said it right. You know, there's some music right now that's really hard to listen to because sometimes I don't really understand what their message is. And music is a message. It's a message. And you in one of your quotes on jermeypassion.com, it says music has the power to change things. And I believe in that 100%, because sometimes the words in a music can influence someone to do a positive thing. And sometimes it could be the negative thing, as also with, you know, depending on the genre of music you're listening to. So you have a lot of, you know, the way you sing, your voice, whether it's a cover, whether it's, you know, an original Jermey Passion song, man, your voice and the way you sing is just exactly what sometimes this world, the way we're living in right now, really needs. And, you know, I appreciate you and the stuff you do, and continue to be you, continue to do the Jermey Passion type music. And, you know, you definitely have a fan right now. And, you know, it's like when I heard that song, when I heard the song Lemonade, I was like, all right. It's an okay song. It's an all right song. And it just started, you know, I'm walking at work, and then the song is like, you know, she's my sunshine. I was like, why is the song stuck in my head? You know? It's
in your brain.
It's in your brain. Yeah. Who influenced you growing up, or who influenced you singing or getting into music?
Oh man. You know, Brian McKnight was one of my biggest inspirations growing up. Him on the piano, him singing. Jamie Foxx was a big inspiration. If we're going back even more, James Taylor as a songwriter, Stevie Wonder as a musician as a whole. As Stevie Wonder is one of my inspirations. And then like in the newer school, you know, when I was in high school, middle school, it was like Justin Timberlake, Craig David, John Legend, Music Soul Child, you know, like those kind of sounds really like touch my heart, right? So I just wanted to sound like them. I wanted to like create those chords that they were, you know, that their music was playing and stuff. So I do model a lot of my music after a lot of these inspirations. And then later on, kind of like develop my own sound a little bit, you know, with the acoustic stuff, right? So I feel like I differentiate myself though. Like I play keys, I play guitar, and I do all these things, but like I'm not really a guitarist, you know, like I use the guitar as a tool for my songwriting. I'm a songwriter. That's like my forte, right? So I just write songs, right? So guitar is a tool. People will go, oh, Jermey plays guitar, but it's only like a tool to create the songs that I want to write. So like songwriter is like my essence as what I do as a musician. So
let me ask you this. What do you write? Do you write the lyrics first and then the music behind it? Or do you come up with a song, you play it on the piano or the guitar, then you put the lyrics behind that?
So I create lyrics based on a progression, like a chord progression that I'm developing. So a lot of times words come when I'm like about a quarter in to creating a chord progression, you know? So it's finding out the tone and the feeling and the mood of the song. You know, I play a minor note on the guitar, it's going to be either a sad song or something. If I play like a major note, the message is going to be different, right? So chords, certain things strike different feelings and emotions, and then that's what leads me to learning and understanding, or at least trying to chords make it so that it helps me to create at the moment what I want to create, like based on the emotion, whether it's a sad song, an uplifting song, or a different love song, faith-based song, or something like that. So it's like it really depends on the chord progression.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm going through at the moment, of course.
Yes.
So.
That was my next question. A lot of the music you write, is it what you're going through now? Is it what the world's going through? Is it, the people around you? Is that how you get your influence when it comes to writing your own music?
Yeah. I'm a songwriter that kind of bases pretty much all my music on my own experiences. So there's times when I'll write and I'm trying to put myself into other people's shoes, right? Like because I'm an empath. So like a lot of times something's going on, or I feel heavy emotion around somebody that's close to me, I'll try to grab that and I'll try to put myself in their shoes, and then I'll try to write to that situation. But I'd say 90% of the time is based on what I've gone through. So my music's really about me, my life. So.
Nice. And that's what music is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be about what you're going through. And I remember when you first came out, you were just Jermey, and then you went with Jermey, then you just kind of dropped the Jermey and then went with Passion. Then you kind of put the two together. There is definitely passion in your voice when we hear you sing. And that's, you have singers and songwriters who sing because they have to sing, because that's what they're supposed to do. But when we hear you sing, and when I hear you sing, and I was telling you the other day, I was listening to the one album, every song on there was just, I was like, why is this guy not, Bruno Mars status? Why are you not there? Like, why are we not listening to you like on Wild or anything like that? Because that's where I think you should be when it comes to your music, just because you're hitting a lot of people locally, you're hitting a lot of people on the internet, and the sound of your voice, man, it's just like you're hitting us older generation, bringing us back to the new twist that a different chord that you'll put into an old song. And we love that, man. It's like we do.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I feel as if like, it's funny because as a musician, you kind of feel as if, man, okay, people mean well. I know you mean well when you say like, why isn't Jermey at this level or something like that? Like I know people mean like they want to see me on that level, and they think I deserve to be on that level or something like that. But like a lot of times I'm honestly, I take every situation that I do as like I don't know, I feel like it's just another open door. Like God opened another open door for me. Like I feel like a lot of my friends that did music in my 20s are not doing music anymore, right? There's only a couple of us left kind of in that era and generation actually still doing music. So I keep thinking to myself, I already knew in my like years ago that maybe all this stuff was going to come to an end or whatever and stuff. But, I feel like God kept opening doors for me. And even till this day, there's opportunities that are still coming up, till this day. And I keep thinking to myself, and like, I guess I never thought to myself, my goal was never to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? It was never to the top. My goal was to always just find happiness in what I do. Wow. Right. So even me right now as a father, as a husband, as a 30-something-year-old singer, that whatever's happening right now, honestly, it's just like God's blessing, like for me. And I feel as if I just never expected, I never aimed, oh, I need to be here, just like my friends are, or I need to be here because Bruno Mars is there, so I need to be there, whatever. Like to me, I'm just happy that like I'm still doing music, till this day. And if that so happens, if it comes, then it comes. If not, then I still love it. I still enjoy it. And I'm still like reaching out to people, my music's still being passed around. So I feel thankful for that situation more than anything. Just grateful.
We love the music you put out. We love the, again, the passion in your voice when you sing. It's just, we can feel it. And, there's a couple of people that I spoke to going into this, and they're like, no, you're not talking to Jermey Passion. There's no way you're talking to Jermey. I was like, he's going to be on later. We're going to talk about his music. We're going to talk about, and, I reached out to a couple of people and I asked them, what questions do you want to ask him? And a lot of them, it was more like, the inspired, who inspired you, what inspired you, the music that you're writing, the music that you're singing. It does inspire a lot of us. And, today you were on my playlist all day. I was listening to all your music. The one song that, A Beautiful Life that you sang with Sky, I was imagining what you were going through when this song was written. And I was just like, wow, this song is really, really deep. And that's why when I posted it on Instagram, I used that song just because, you wrote this song for a reason. There's a reason why you wrote this song. And I want to share it with the world and to share it with everyone on my social media and let them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Who'd you have fun working with? You worked with a lot of people. I know I watched your YouTube page. There was a bunch of people that you work with. Who did you enjoy working with? And, moving forward, is there anybody in particular you want to work with, either again or first time?
Tori Kelly is one of my favorite people that I've ever worked with. I mean, not only am I a fan of her music, she's a friend, right? So I feel like when you work with people that you feel comfortable with, it just makes it all the better. It's one thing to go, all right, Jermey gets an opportunity to work with, let's say a big artist, but if there's no chemistry there, right? If it doesn't work out, if you're not kind of one-to-one, then it's whatever. But I feel like with Tori, I've really connected with her musically, and we put out six collaborations on YouTube and on albums together. So it's been really fun. I'd say working with Slim from 112, because he's one of my inspirations growing up. I wrote a song for one of his albums, so that was kind of one of my one of the really good things. Joe Coy, I was on tour with him for about 2.5 years, so I was on the road with him. Opened up for his shows, closed his shows with him, doing R&B comedy and stuff with him and stuff. And just dude, there's just, like I said, I'm always thankful for all the opportunities. So I feel like I have so much, my heart is kind of happy in so many places. It's hard to just go, I only had one good moment. To me, it's a lot. Everything is just amazing to me.
Nice.
I think just very I'm just very, my brain just always looks at it as if, man, this is so cool. I never get tired of it. So
again, we thank you. I mean, for you to get on YouTube, put music out, enjoy what you're doing, share your passion of music with everyone. And, at the time, YouTube was not, everyone was watching YouTube, and, the saying, you're YouTube famous. You put yourself in a situation where everybody got to watch you. Everybody got to say your name. Everybody's singing your music. And even from this day on, you got this, 40-year-old guy right here talking to you who's listening to the music you're playing, that I told myself that I'm never going to listen to this type of music just because I'm so old school, that you kind of brought me back to, okay, let me listen to this album. Let me see what this guy has. I'm just like, wow, this guy is totally the kind of music that I love listening to. And again, awesome. Apple Music, I downloaded your album. You're on my playlist,
all right.
And you're my walk to work every morning. The Lemonade song. What's the Lemonade song about? I mean, when we first heard it, it was lemonade, but the words doesn't come out as lemonade.
Yeah. So, I actually wrote Lemonade in high school. I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
And it actually was the beginning of my whole journey musically. So it was really hot. If you've ever been to any of my shows, you probably heard the story. But it was a really hot summer day in San Francisco, which is rare because it's always cold and windy here.
Of course.
And I went over to my friend's house and I asked if he had anything to drink. So he basically gave me this tall glass of lemonade. It most likely it was Country Time from Costco or something. Lemonade, powder. He didn't squeeze nothing, right? So he gave it to me, and I remember drinking it, and it was exactly what I needed, right? So I thought to myself, like, as a beginning songwriter, sometimes the people we have in our life, like whether that's our girlfriend, our family, like whoever, we'll find out we find them to be exactly what we need at times, right? So just like that glass of lemonade. So I called it Lemonade, even though I've only mentioned it one time in the song. I called it Lemonade because it was inspired by a glass of lemonade. Nice. So it's not like a reoccurring theme in the song, but it's to remind me that, writing when I wrote it, I was really inspired by just a glass of lemonade. And it also is a testament to show that you can really be inspired by anything, right? Yeah. Some people wait for like big moments to happen before they feel like, oh, now I'm inspired and now whatever, or they wait for something big to happen. But really, sometimes you can find inspiration in anything, and there's no excuse. Like sometimes an inspiration will come and it'll provide something for you to work with, and you can mold it like clay. And I think that's what I did with that glass of lemonade. And ever since then, it's been in my life. I've been singing it, probably sang it, 5,000 times, in my career, which is kind of crazy, but wow, it's opened doors for me to share my other music. So I'm really thankful for that song. It doesn't define me as an artist, but I'm thankful that it's still around because it's what opened up a lot of doors for me to share other parts of my life, in my career. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
I was always wondering, is this really about a lemonade, or is it about a female that,
physically?
I mean, there's a lot of songs that we heard growing up where, it's like, I miss you, and you're thinking, wow, he misses his girl. And then we find out he's really singing about his dog that passed away. It's, there's songs,
right. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. There's songs like that. So I had to ask, is this about, a real, live lemonade? But now you told us a story.
It's literally about lemonade, because people always go, who did you write Lemonade for? I said, nobody. And, I literally wrote that song because I was inspired by Lemonade. But people have used it, right? They've connected with that story, and they've connected it to their own life and their own, like I've sang Lemonade for many weddings, like I've done a lot of stuff for people, and it's like, your song is a part of our love story, right? And who would have thought that a glass of lemonade would be a part of somebody's love story, because they've taken that story and connected it to the person that they love, or it became their song, and it brings good feeling, good vibes to people, right? So
it does. It does. It's a happy song. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That first ukulele riff is my alarm in the morning, and it's one of those songs where, as soon as I hear it, I know it's going to be a good day. I know I'm going to have a good day. I know I'm going to enjoy the day that I have. And then, when the whole part of the alarm goes off, it's one of those where, thank you, Jeremy, for, making my day that much better, and makes me want to have a lemonade right now as soon as we're done.
Hey.
What's the future plans for you? What's moving forward in 2021?
I have some kind of secret projects coming out in 2021 and 2022. So let's just know that I might be Hermitville online, but I'm actually in the lab and I'm working. I'm doing stuff aside from everything else in life, right? I got a lot of stuff going on, but just because I'm not on social media and I'm not showing anything doesn't mean I'm not working on something.
Yeah.
So I mean, people will see very soon that there's some stuff coming up, which is really cool. Nice. And exciting. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear, what the next project is, whether it's a song, whether it's, a video, whether what you're doing. I'm excited for that to happen. I'm getting some questions on here. Someone just asked, would you be willing to sing live for us?
Yeah, I can. I gotta blow off the rust. I gotta dust the rust off a little bit. I've been kind of in quarantine mode, but I definitely can. Yeah,
it's up to you, man. If you want to go ahead and just strum a few bars for us, that's definitely fine with me. But if not, then they're gonna have to jump on your YouTube channel and watch some of your stuff over there.
I got you. I could do it. Yeah.
All right.
Right now?
Yeah. Let's go ahead. And do it right now. All right. Jermey Passion, guys, everyone who is watching on Facebook Live, this is definitely going to be uploaded on YouTube. It's going to be uploaded on my podcast channel as well. And here we go. Jeremy's going to sing live for us.
Since we're talking about Lemonade, I'll sing Lemonade.
There you go.
So.
Tylenol when I'm in pain. Let me tell you what she means to me. Like a tall glass of lemonade when it's burning hot up in the bay. She's exactly what I need. Said she's soothing like, oh, the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby, and she helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Oh, sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. Verse 2. She's my smile when I'm feeling blue. She's my good night's sleep when the day is through, yeah. Let me tell you what she means to me. She's kind of like this. Kind of like the feeling after your first kiss, except that every day she makes me feel like this. 'Cause she's exactly what I need. Oh yeah, she's soothing like, oh, the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby, and she helps me be a better man. She's so beautiful. Oh, sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. Yeah. Said she's soothing like, oh, the ocean rushing on the sand. She takes care of me, baby, and she helps you be a better man. She's so beautiful. Oh, sometimes I stop to close my eyes. She's exactly what I need. Hey, 'cause she's exactly what I need.
Jermey Passion. Oh my God.
A little rusty there, but I hope you guys
No. I mean, you should just see the comments right now. Everybody's like, someone asked if you do weddings. Man,
I do weddings. Yeah.
Man. Everyone who's watching, you just got serenaded by Jermey Passion right there. And man, beautiful voice, his soulful voice.
Thank you.
Love the voice. I want to thank you for jumping on. I want to thank you for sharing your story with us here on Facebook Live. Again, I'm getting comments of the woozos right now. Everyone's like, throw something on the stage, throw this on the stage. No,
Thank
Jeremy,
you,
we're not
guys.
throwing anything at Jeremy. Man, Jeremy, thank you again for coming on, man. You're a humble guy. I can't wait for you to be back on doing what you're doing the best. I can't wait to the next project that you have on. I wish nothing but success to you, your life, your family, your career, everything that you have. Thank you for jumping on, and thank you for serenading. I mean, my Facebook is just like going crazy. Everyone's like, oh my God, what else? I got a couple people. Melvin jumped on and said, what's up? Melvin.
Oh, Melvin.
Melvin said,
boy,
what's up?
Man.
A bunch of other people here saying, what's up? Do you do weddings? It's one of the questions. Do you do weddings?
Yeah, I'm doing a wedding tomorrow. Actually. Yeah.
Wednesday wedding. Nice.
I do weddings. I mean, it depends on location and availability and whether it feels right to do it. But I definitely do private events, birthdays, weddings, different types of things like that. So
if people want to reach out to you and do a wedding for them, how would they do that?
Yeah, they can just email jermeypassionmusic@gmail.com or book jermeypassion@gmail.com. They both work or lead to the same link. And then pretty much just let me know when it is. And from there, we kind of just work from there. You know, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
Nice.
you know, I give you the rates and I do all that stuff like that. And then we just work from there.
And then you also have a social media account. Do you want to plug your social media account to everyone to follow you on?
Yeah, I mean, at Jermey Passion on Instagram, Jermey Passion Music on Facebook. Facebook fan page is facebook.com/Jermey Passion Music. And then Spotify, Apple Music, all those is just Jermey Passion. So look that up. And then YouTube, of course, the one that's been around for a long time, Passion SF.
Passion
That's
SF,
my name.
Yeah, man. I got a story that I want to tell everyone before we get off.
Sure.
The way how everyone's wondering, how did you get Jermey Passion on your show to be on here? So let me share the story. You know, it's a funny story. It's a funny story to me. I'm a big Facebook guy that likes to shop on Facebook. I'm always looking on Facebook, looking for something I don't need, something that I do need, or whatever. I always do that. And was it a couple weeks ago that I saw that someone was selling this iPad holder for a mic stand? And I said, you know, maybe I can use this and put it on my car because I like to have my little iPad mini on my car. I was like, maybe I can use this. So I sent the guy the message, hey, is this still available? Yes, if you can pick it up today, it's available. And I'm looking, I'm like, why does this name look familiar, right? And whenever I have this bad habit of whenever someone says, yes, it's available, I'll look at their Facebook just to make sure that they're not like sketchy or anything like that, right? And I
do the same on my end.
Yeah. And I look and I'm like, wait a minute. This is Jermey Passion. It's like, this is Jermey. I was like, whoa. And then I reached out to you and then here we are. And again, thank you for coming on. I mean, it's, you know, much love for you and the career that you had from the beginning to the career you have moving forward. I mean, very, you know, humble guy. You're the best singer that I've gotten on so far right now. Because you serenaded, you know, everyone on Facebook. And thank you for that. Thank you. I got a lot of people saying thank you for doing that. And, you know, no, he's not going to sing again, guys. No, I'm not going to have him sing again. It's one and done. You guys follow him at jermeypassion.com. He's on his website again, Passion SF on YouTube. He did mention his Instagram. Follow him on there, man. And again, thank you so much. And thank you for jumping on. And I just can say thank you. That's all I can say is thank you.
No, bro, thanks for having me, and you know, thanks for just lending an ear and also, you know, asking questions and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate it, and it's nice to meet you as well.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So.
If I see you walking in Ceremony or San Fran or any place like that, I'll do my best not to, you know, jump on there and say, hey, you're Jermey Passion.
I'll be like, no pictures. Can
we get a no, I'm just gonna walk by you with my phone and, you know, do the whole stuff. And man, from the bottom of my heart, man, thank you for jumping on. I mean, your music is definitely, I mean, seriously, from Lemonade to everything that you're singing. There's this one song that I asked you about yesterday. I think it was, what was it, 32? Is that the song?
32, yeah.
That song right there, was that song for a parent?
It's for my mom. Yeah.
Oh my God, that song! When I listened to that song, I felt every word you put into that song. And for everybody out there, go on to Apple Music, go on to Spotify, listen to 32. After you're done listening to 32, go hug your mom and thank Jermey for that, because that song is really deep, man, really deep.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, we as Filipinos, we're always taught to love and honor your parents, you know. So, you know, I feel like in America, a lot of times the cultures there's so many different cultures out there. And a lot of times, you know, I feel like you know, as a Filipino, it's if I can sing about it, I'm going to sing about it. Right.
Nice.
I'll write a song and I'll honor my mom, who I guess forever always be 32 in my eyes, because, you know, even though she's almost 70, you know, she's still a beautiful woman to me, and she's just an amazing person. So that's why I wrote the song. Forever
32. That's the new saying for everyone. Forever 32. Jermey Passion, again, thank you so much. Let me go ahead and give you another round of applause for jumping on here. Man, whenever you want to come on, just let me know. Whenever you want to talk about, you know, new stuff, you're automatically, you know, a guest for the show now. So whenever you want to jump on, let me know.
I'm part of the fam.
Part of the fam. You're part of the fam. You're now, you know, officially part of the daily vlog with Eric B. I can't wait for your new stuff to come out. I can't wait. And, you know, if you hear me on a podcast talking about, hey, Jermey Passion has a new album out, I like to plug, especially local people. I like to plug their stuff and plug their things. So when that comes out, I'll definitely be sharing it on my social media. I'll be sharing it on the podcast as well.
Appreciate that, Eric. Thank you.
All right, man. Good luck in the future. Right. Stay safe, and can't wait to see you soon.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Jermey Passion, guys. Bye. Man, he serenaded all you guys. He did this. Man, you should have seen my Facebook, just the way my Facebook was blowing up. Just the way everything was blowing up with Jermey Passion and him singing Lemonade and feeling the Lemonade song. I felt it. You guys felt it. Made me thirsty, but I also felt it. Man, Jermey Passion, again, that was cool to have him on. And thank you guys, everyone who watched on Facebook, everyone who is on here right now, who is still on here right now. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for sharing, Jeremy's story, letting me share Jeremy's story with you guys. But until next time, I guess that's what I'm going to say. And again, last time I wasn't able to play this. So, man, that was cool. Jermey Passion live, sang for all of you, all of us. Whew. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done. The podcast has ended. The vlog has ended. Go in peace. All right, someone said, can you play a little bit of 32? Can you play a little bit of 32? All right, listen to the few words of 32, and then we're going to end the show.
They say a man loves his woman the way he loves his mama. It's true.
Here we go. 32.
So I wrote this song to thank you for teaching me to love her like I do. I know you haven't seen me lately, and this hotel room ain't quite like being home. But I know you pray for me daily, so the Lord has never left me all alone. Honestly, I don't know how you do it.
All right, guys, that's it. If you guys want to listen to the whole thing, download Jermey Passion 32 on Apple Music, Spotify, and all the music platforms you guys listen to. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Again, the podcast vlog is ended. Go in peace.